Linder Koda from Angel Diva Music, and welcome to another episode of In the Studio. Today we're talking to artist Haroula Rose. Hi.
Hi.
When did you start to know that you could sing?
I think there's no definitive date. I just remember always being able to sing and carry a tune since I was little. We always had music on in the house, and my parents are from Greece, so it was Greek music, American music, all different records and radio and everything. So I think I could sing from a very early age.
Do you have other people in the family who sing, or just you?
I mean, everybody likes to sing and loves music, but I think I'm the only one that really does it.
You sang from the time you were little. Do you have any kind of formal training, or?
Not really. I was in choirs and a cappella groups growing up, and I took a few lessons here and there, but never really stuck with it. And then this year, Ethan suggested talking to you. So
You're talking about Ethan Gold.
yes, Ethan Gold. Right.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
He's such a sweetie.
He's the best.
And we'll meet him later, too.
Mm-hmm.
So then when did the guitar come in?
In high school, I like making music, but I also am obsessed with music just generally, like listening to music. I was making mixtapes for friends and family since I was like 7 or 8 and figured out how to, do that. In high school was just listening to everyone from, and everyone who was coming out at the time, like Alanis Morissette and Sarah McLachlan, and looking at everyone's influences and who influenced their influences. But the ones that spoke to me the most were like Cat Stevens and Simon and Garfunkel and all these folk artists from the 70s. So I wanted to learn the guitar because of those songs that I loved so much. And I asked my parents on my 17th, I was 17 and it was for Christmas. And I remember they got me a guitar and they hid it behind the drapes in their room, and I knew it was there. So
you did?
Yeah, because
did
it was
you
so
cheat?
obvious. No, it was so obvious. I'm like, they didn't really do a great job. Although I was kind of looking, so I knew I was going to get a guitar.
Did they catch you?
No.
Oh, so they never knew, but they will now.
Oh, yeah.
So then the third thing that came in, the songwriting element. Tell me about that.
Well, I've always loved to write, just anything like poetry, stories. I was an English major in college, and so I've always written down, in my journals and things, I've written down ideas and poems and quotes that I like and kept lots of logs like that. But songwriting, I guess those things all were kernels of songs, and I just didn't necessarily know it at the time when I was writing them
Have
down.
you used a lot of the old stuff from your notebooks?
Sometimes it'll pop into my head, or I'll go look, but, not as much.
Do you come up with music first, or lyrics, or how does that work for you?
I don't know that there's any one way that's more than another, but I guess it's about half and half. Sometimes I get a melody and that'll stay with me, and then I won't know the words yet until I just play with it or keep playing it over and over. And then other times I'll have an idea for a story or a song and then have to find the right melody or mood for that. But I often find that it's a little more analytical than coming up with the melody first.
Do you write at the computer at all in terms of lyrics?
Never.
Or do you still do longhand?
Yeah, I find that free writing is much better because it just visually sits better with me and rhythmically and how it all comes together, and I can't write at the computer.
You are doing a residency
I am.
at Hotel Cafe. Tell me about it.
I'm really excited about it. I had my first of 5 shows there a couple nights ago, and it went really well. And I've started playing with a band and other people, and I had a great time. And I'm looking at it as a way of my own music course so that I continue to grow or use it as an experience for growth, so that also that it keeps people coming back every week. I'm going to do something different every week. Yeah, I'll do a different band setup. One time I think I'm going to do a string quartet. Another time it's going to be more like the country Americana influenced songs, and then I guess I have quite a catalog, so I'll play different songs each time.
This is just released?
Yeah, this week.
This is the coolest album.
Thank you.
I have heard the entire thing. You are somebody to watch. Your songs are beautiful. There's a simplicity in your voice that I don't think people really hear. It doesn't sound like you've been overly trained in the sense that, you're really telling a story, which as a producer, that's the thing that I look for in artists. All the elements mixed correctly.
Thanks.
You have the guitar and it's simple, and then you put your voice in there and it's just beautiful, and I know you're going to sing for us a little later.
That's right. Yeah. I also have to mention that the reason why I think that album is turned out as well as it did, I'm really proud of it, is because I had a great producer. And his name's Andy LeMaster.
And he lives all the way on the other side of the country.
He does, yeah.
How'd you find him?
Through a friend. Her name's Orenda Fink. She's one of my favorite songwriters around, and she's a friend as well, so I feel lucky for that. And she made the introduction when I was putting feelers out there for the way I wanted things to sound and the way I wanted to kind of work, and he was a major component of that.
So what's happening with the album now?
I'm putting it out myself, which means I've put it on the internet and find distribution.
But where on the internet can people find
it? On iTunes and Amazon, and I have a Bandcamp page. And I'm actually going right after here to pick up my boxes of records, actual vinyl. So I'm excited about that.
This is like a resurgence that's happening.
Yeah, a little bit.
All you young artists coming out with the vinyl.
I think it sounds better.
But it does.
Yeah.
I don't think kids who are just listening to MP3 know the fidelity that you can get when the sound is expanded.
It's true. Yeah, I think that's probably true. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know what'll happen. Who knows? I mean, maybe someone will like it and want to re-release it as a label, or maybe I'll just keep doing things myself. I'm kind of open to see what happens.
And what mistakes do you find yourself making? Which I know we all make. In terms of the process of doing the album, putting the album out.
I guess it's not really a mistake, but I could have done it earlier. Like, since it was done last year, I suppose I could have just jumped right into putting it out there right away, but I waited a little while until I let everything sit with me and then felt ready to tackle it.
And then I got the privilege of working with you on there, which I'm loving.
Thanks.
Me
too.
I'm enjoying it. You're a lot of fun and just very open to direction, which I think is very important for a young artist. Because the ones who don't listen to anything are going to take twice as long to get there.
Right.
Who are your support people in your life?
I feel really lucky and blessed in that way because I have mentors, like official ones, that are, you and another woman that I've met who has helped me as well. And my family's been great, and I have a lot of friends, and a lot of them happen to be other artists, so it's nice to be able to just call someone up and have them empathize with what I'm going through and offer some insight. I feel like there's a lot of support.
I was really surprised to hear that Priscilla On.
I met her once years ago, and we have all these friends in common, and I just happened to see her again last night.
Oh, how weird.
Yeah. She's really amazing. I love her style and writing, and she sings with a girl who's performing at one of my residency nights.
When is that?
February 8th. That's when Ethan's performing too, February 8th.
Ethan Gold.
Ethan Gold, right. Yeah.
People will know him before we even meet him.
Yes.
Tell me, when is the opening for the album?
February 1st is the release show at the Hotel Cafe, and they've been very supportive. That's an official venue that's been great in terms of their support, giving me these 5 dates, and I got to curate 3 of them and pick the other artists who are going to perform with me and before me and after me on the bills. So it's been really exciting just in terms of logistics and organizing and getting all the artwork and posters done and promotion and all this stuff, I'm learning a ton. 90-degree learning curve.
And then what's happening now? Are you going to be going on tour?
Yeah, I will be performing in the cities where I have friends who will come out and bring their friends, and I hope to cover more territory than that in the months to come as well. It'd be nice.
So you have your own website, right? Or is it on Facebook?
It's mostly Facebook and MySpace and Bandcamp and all that right now, because I need to do a real website.
Is that bandcamp.com?
It's haroulaRose.bandcamp.com.
Are you doing videos to support your music?
Yeah, I am doing. One was released this week, and then I'm going to release the others as they're subsequently getting finished. And 2 of them are going to have animation involved, which has been a really fun thing to do. Like just imagining stuff and conceptualizing characters and stories with the people who are creating them. So
one of the things that's really cool about you is that you do write from a character point of view. And I don't find a lot of artists really do that. I don't even know how they come up with such great songs when they don't have an idea of who's speaking and who you're speaking to. And I just get that right away as soon as you sing.
Well, yeah, that song that the video came out for this week is called Simple Time, and it's like me talking to time, asking
I saw
all these
it. It's
questions.
beautiful.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thanks.
I'd love to hear a song. Would you play something for us?
Yeah, sure.
Good. That was one of my favorite songs. And that is the one that is the video that's on Facebook.
That's right.
So everyone can get a chance to hear it.
I hope so.
Haroula Rose.
Yes.
Right? That's all they have to do on Facebook. So thank you again for coming and visiting Angel Diva Music. I'm Jan Linder Koda, and this was In the Studio.
Someday you'll see a girl just like